Bro, I just gotta tell you, Rogue One is probably the worst movie of all time.
Have you seen Rise of the Skywalker?
Yeah, the greatest. Wait a second.
What?
You gotta get going, dude. The
Why?
Mr. Rodriguez show is starting.
Oh no! I'm coming. Third grade. How's it going? Hey, let me know you're ready in 1, 2, 3.
Hey, man, I'm ready!
So good to hear that. After 6 months off, it's really good to hear that. Hey, if you watched the last episode, which if you have not, please go do so because I challenged you to do something. That challenge right there. If you're a virtual student, I need you to send that to your teacher because I need that drawing that you did so I can give it back to you at the end of the year. Because remember, I said you're not going to see it till the end of the year. All right, we're going to do a project that takes a lot of time investment. It's going to, brush off a lot of cobwebs for how we work in the art room, but it deals with just doing different layers of stuff. In second grade, you worked on a lot of portraits, a lot of self-portraits and portraits. We're gonna deal with self-portraiture here, but it's not gonna be with the face. And we're gonna deal with something called landscape, which you should be familiar to. So let's just think real quick here. Let's use our brain. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to be mindful for a second.
Mr. Rodriguez. I see what you did there.
Thanks, Mr. Becker. I want you to think about this summertime, when it started to get warm, all the things that you did. Now, let's take all those things and let's narrow it down to the most favorite thing you did. Can you see it? Can you see it in your head? Now, I want you to look around. Keep your eyes closed. And look around in that place that you're in. Are you outside? Do you see clouds? Do you see cars? Are you camping? Do you see a fire? Do you see a lake? Do you see a beach? Now really put yourself in here. I want you to keep looking around. Now I want you to tell me, do you hear anything? If you're at the beach, do you hear seagulls? Do you hear the waves? If you're camping, do you hear people laughing? Do you hear somebody eating Doritos? Do you hear the fire crackling? If you're at Grandma's house, do you hear Grandma? What is she doing? All right, you can open your eyes. So the project we are going to do is we are going to depict ourselves in our favorite place that we went this summer. Now, instead of using our face in our favorite spot, we're gonna use our feet in our favorite spot. We're gonna put our feet in a landscape or an area that is your favorite place that you went this summer. So, it's gonna be quite an investment, so you really need to follow along with my instructions. You're gonna need a pencil. You're gonna need a 12 by 18 big piece of paper, and you're gonna want it to be this way in front of you. For the first part of this project, which we're just gonna do in this one video, we're gonna draw out everything. Next video, we are going to do some tracing and some coloring. So this is gonna be broken down into 2 separate videos. So what I would like you to do is first put your name on the back of your paper and please write your class. Please write your name. First thing I would like you to do is write your name on your paper and please write your class. So if you're 3M, 3L, or 3S, please write that on there. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get started drawing. All right, so right here we have our 12 by 18 paper. It's in landscape way, which means it's the long way this way. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna start off by drawing with a pencil, and this pencil is gonna kind of plot everything that we're gonna go forward with today. So if we're going back, if we're thinking way back to when we learned about landscapes, and I know you know this answer, what's the first thing we think about? What's the first thing we need when working with a landscape? I'll wait. Yes, you're right. A horizon line. And a horizon line is a straight line that's right down the middle of the paper. It goes all the way across right here. So, doesn't need to be super straight. It can be kind of wavy like this. All right, so now that we have our horizon line right here, we need to remember that the horizon line is the dividing point between the land and the sky. So, land, down here, sky, right up here. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plot my feet. And this is gonna be the thing that kind of takes the most because everybody wears different shoes. Some people like to be barefoot. If you're at the beach, you're most likely probably barefoot or in water shoes. If you're camping, you might be wearing, boots or flip-flops or something like that. If you're at home, you got your socks on and you're playing PlayStation. I don't like to wear shoes when I play PlayStation either. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our legs, and our legs are gonna come down right from the top of the paper down here, and it's gonna be 2 lines per leg. So I'm gonna make one line that comes right there. It's gonna go down just a little bit past my horizon line. I'm gonna make another one, just like that. And then I'm gonna do the same thing just over here, not too far apart, but there's gonna be a wide space in between. 2 lines just like that right there. This is our leg, and we're gonna draw our shoe right there. Now, again, everybody has different pairs of shoes. Everybody, wears different things. I am going to draw it just as an example. That does not mean that you need to do it the same exact way. If you want to be barefoot, please go do so. Try to draw your bare feet. If you want socks, do your socks. If you want your shoes, do your shoes. I am going to put myself in my favorite place that I went this summer, and I went to Lake Michigan up in Frankfort. And when I was there, I was barefoot pretty much the whole time. So I am going to draw my feet barefoot. I'll tell you what, I'll draw this one barefoot and this one with a sandal, and that'll kind of just show you a little difference. I'm gonna draw it so one foot goes this way and another foot goes this way. They're gonna be in opposite directions right there. So this one's gonna be my bare foot here. And I'm gonna start by making a curved line that goes down and out, comes back up like just a little like this. It's almost like a fish hook, but I don't go all the way back up. Then on this side, it's gonna be the top of my foot. It's gonna be a line that goes just like that, okay? Can you see how the foot's kind of coming in there? So then the bottom, this is the heel of my foot. The bottom of my foot goes up, comes back down, and then this is that little bump right before our big toe. 1, that's our big toe. Kind of wrap it around like a fish hook right there, like a U that fell over. And now every toe that we put back here is gonna get smaller and smaller, and it's gonna be behind each other. So we have 5 toes, most of us. So I'm gonna kind of just layer it behind 3, 4, and then our small toes right back there. So you can see how it goes back like that. Put my toenails right on here. Boom, boom. Barefoot right there. So this one, I'm gonna pretend that it is a shoe. So just to kind of give you a different idea, This one's gonna be a shoe right here, so you can have your choice. So right here, I'm gonna kind of make so right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this so it looks like the top of my shoe. I'm gonna make a curved line that goes like this, okay? Then, right here in this corner, I'm gonna go right around, up, and I'm gonna come up, and I'm gonna come down, like that, okay? Now this shoe's going this way, so everything is going this way over here. This is the back of my shoe right here. Just like this was the back of my heel, this is the back of my shoe. What I'm gonna do, it's just gonna be the bottom. And I'm gonna make it rounded like this, kind of curved. Curved, go down over here, and I'm gonna stop just like that. Most shoes have a tongue, so I'm just gonna kind of make like a tongue shape right here, which is just kind of like a C that fell over, okay? Then I'm gonna go to this side of the tongue, and I'm gonna go down. We're gonna go to the top of our shoe, and I'm gonna meet this with a curve. Oh, my paper's falling. Whew. Saved it. I totally just saved that. Just like here, top of the shoe comes down and meets the front of my shoe right there. Now, we need to have a sole at the bottom of our shoe here, and this is just making a parallel line. Parallel line is a line that's exactly the same as the other one. Goes like this. Boom. Okay? Then, I am going to add some shoelaces. Now here's the thing about shoelaces, ladies and gentlemen. People like to draw just lines for their shoelaces, but in reality, they're two lines because shoelaces are thick. So I'm gonna draw my top of my shoelace, and that's my knot right there, and then it's thick, so it's gotta be like that. Other one right there. Comes down right there. Sweet, and then we're gonna do the part where it crisscrosses and it actually ties. Now, does your shoe actually look like this? Maybe. If it doesn't, you can draw your shoe how you want. Draw it however you want. Look at your shoe, look at all the things about your shoe. There. Now that we are done here, we are going to address where you're at. I said my favorite place was Frankfurt, so I'm at the beach. Let's just say in this picture I'm taking off my shoes here. So here's my horizon line. This is where the land meets the sky. So if this is the beach, sky, water. And here is the shore. I'm gonna make kind of a wavy line that looks like water crashing. Throw some wavy lines in there. And then I like clouds in my sky. Just like that. Looks good. Got a couple seagulls flying. Can't have the beach without those seagulls. All right. And then maybe, since I'm at the sand, maybe I got, a bucket of sand, because I was there with my kids, so they like to play in the sand with their, just like that. Perfect. So right now I just got a pencil drawing of myself in my favorite place. I drew my feet, I drew my shoes, and right now I have my landscape behind me. Now again, remember your landscape can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be by definition a landscape. It just needs to be in a landscape view. Remember, you can do your house, you can do camping, you can do grandma's house. Anything that you want to be, just plop your feet in there. What we're gonna do in the next video is we're gonna pick this up, we're gonna start tracing with Sharpie, and we are going to color it in. So, hold on to this, make sure that's in a safe place, because next Mr. Rodriguez show, we're gonna pick this up and we're gonna get going. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. I'm Mr. Rodriguez.